How's the adjustment been going so far?
It's been good. I think we had a great week of camp up in Traverse City, and it was nice for me to get a game under my belt and and start creating that chemistry with the guys.
How difficult is it to adjusting to a new team like that? Especially you were there for quite a while.
Yeah, I think for me, like adjusting on and off the ice, off ice too, finding a place to live, and you kind of take that for granted, being in one spot for so long. So on and off the ice, I think was definitely pretty even with that.
Answer, Kyle?
Yeah, Nick, have you developed a comfort level early on here now with Sider, and just what are your impressions of him?
I mean, I think we all know how special a player he is. He's got size. He's got a ton of skill. Good skater. He's really good at making that first play. And then for me and him, I think just talking out plays, communicating on and off the ice, and really creating that chemistry together. So we know what each other are going to do in certain spots throughout the ice and the game.
How much do you like that role, that kind of a mentorship role to a young player like that?
I think it's a cool situation. I mean, I remember, when I first got to Chicago, looking up to Duncan Keith and all the stuff that he's taught me over the years, and it was an older team when I got there in Chicago, and looking up to all those guys and learning from them, it was huge for me.
Well, last night's game, power play, I think the first power play in particular is a lot of pressure. I think 7 shots. I'm not sure how much you finished with, but do you like that just the shooting mentality of a power play like that?
Yeah, I mean, you're creating opportunities. I think the ultimate goal too, obviously, is to score, but create momentum for your team, and the team will respond after that as well.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Max Bolton?
Okay. Well, what have the kind of emphasis has been from Alex Tangy working on that power play? And kind of what have your thoughts been of him so far about that?
It's been great. He communicates really well. I think he's put a lot on us too, to communicate within each other, and try and find plays, or if we get a power play early in a game and see the PK's tendencies and stuff, to talk about it, and kind of know what we're going to do before we go out there. And I think for us, just getting pucks in net, creating opportunities, and moving the puck quick is a few keys that he's talked about.
You played against Alex as a player, right?
Yeah.
What is that experience like, kind of having him now on your bench? And
It's cool. It makes me feel older, but he was a heck of a player to play against. It's always fun getting to pick their brain as well when they were playing, and ultimately he played in the league a lot for a long time, and being able to pick his brain with certain things, and the knowledge that he has is huge for not only a guy like me or the younger guys on the team as well.
And Jeff was talking yesterday about kind of the way that the Islanders have for a long time used them to really have depth and up and down. What does it kind of take to build that buy-in, that culture in a team, especially a young team?
I think the biggest thing is stepping up when your moment is thrown at you. I think that's the biggest thing, and unfortunately, injuries are going to happen throughout the year, and my time in Long Island, guys stepped up and really took advantage of the role, and I think that's what good teams do. And you look around the locker room here, we do have a lot of depth, and it's up to us and the guys in that locker room to step up.
Thank you. Kevin Allen?
Nick, last season the Red Wings had a lot of trouble on entries, and I've watched you enough to know that you usually don't have trouble getting the puck into the zone. Like, well, what's the key, like, to being good at that to make sure you can get the puck in?
I think the biggest thing is, trying to make the right play. Know when you can come across the blue line and make a play off that, or as simple as getting the puck in.
I wanted to ask you too. Sometimes when a power play isn't going well, it's fairly obvious why. Either you can't set up or you lose the puck a lot. But sometimes the difference between a good power play and a one that's not scoring is really kind of subtle. Like I'm sure you've been on both. The power plays that have struggled and have done well. Like what's the main difference between a power play going well and one that's maybe moving the puck around but just can't get it in the net?
Maybe trying to do too much. Instead just simplifying it. And, I think a big part of it is getting pucks in net. And, the more you do that, you can take advantage of the PK kind of spread out or running around a little bit, and then plays can happen and you can make your own plays.
Speaking of getting pucks to the net, when you started, probably they weren't as blocking as many shots as they are now. It just seems like there's bodies everywhere in front. Like, what's the key to getting the shots to the net now, getting those shots on net instead of getting blocked?
Well, I think it's huge. It creates offense for your team and gets the defensive team kind of running around. So being able to get pucks through as a defenseman or even, forwards rolling off the wall, I think it's huge. And, if you get it on net, it can create a rebound, which creates opportunities for us and momentum.
How do you prevent that shot from being blocked, though, in this environment when, everybody's going low to try to block?
I think that's something you can work on. But ultimately, it's up to you, and the onus is kind of on the guy who's shooting it.
Thanks.
Last question, Bob Duff.
Nick, when Jeff talks about the Islanders, he says they do it right better than any team in the league, or more consistently than any team in the league. Having been part of that system, part of that culture, in your mind, what does doing it right mean?
I think the details, everybody knows their job and what they're doing. The details within, a face-off or a neutral zone, everybody's got their job, and being able to depend on one another in those situations and know that your buddy's going to have his job taken care of is huge.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be back shortly with Coach Flacco.